Hey there, in this video we will be talking about the new, really stunning upcoming high-speed line LGV Méditerranée from Marseille to Avignon. We will cover everything from the length, speed limits, live gameplay and much more, like an interview with a resident of Marseille who will tell us his first impressions of the route. Please keep in mind that you can always use the timeline or the description to skip to the part you think is the most interesting. Oh, and join my Discord server if you haven't already to always stay up to date about the latest Trains in World 2 news. Well, let's start talking about the new route now. The high-speed line goes from Marseille to Avignon over its only way stop AIx-En-Provonce before it reaches its final station Avignon TGV. The only other stop on the LGV Méditerranée which is not included would be the Valence TGV station, which would lead to Lyon and Paris, while the track in the other direction would lead to Perpignan and Spain. Regarding the speed limits, we will be able to drive 200 km an hour after leaving Avignon, and if that isn't already fast enough, we will be able to drive 220 km an hour a few minutes after we left the city. Then again, before AIx-En-Provonce we will have to drive 300 km an hour again, before we either have to stop at AIX-En-Provence or pass through the TGV station to enter the 7.8 km long tunnel right before Marseille. Oh, and please remember to switch the power system in the tunnel to arrive on time. The last part on the journey will be the yellow path with 130 km an hour right before Marseille. Please keep in mind that the speed restrictions right before Marseille were left out. With those speeds, the total estimated time of a ride from Marseille to Avignon would be 30 minutes with a stop at AIX-En-Provence and 25 minutes without. And please notice that this route will be the fastest and longest route for trains in World 2, with a total length of astonishing 105 km, while the second longest route has a total length of 92 km, including branches. So let's start talking about the scenarios and services. There are 5 scenarios included. High-speed rain with a difficulty rating of 1 out of 5. Marseille return, where you'll be driving the route 1 time in each direction with 1 square. Bad things, the most difficulty one with a rating of 3 squares. Depot duty, where you'll be taking trains on or out of service. And evening engineering with a rating of 2 squares. And please don't forget the 52 services and the tutorials for the route. Well, let's move on to the TGV now. The TGV we will get in-game is a 200 series TGV duplex and comes with the Camion repaint. It has a top speed limit of 320 km an hour, which matches the speed limit of the route, and has a total of 508 seats. I would love to tell you more about the TGV in this video, but I can't really find any more information about the 200 series duplex TGVs at the moment, so I will cover the train a little bit more in detail on my review video later. But let's get started with the interview. Hey there Sifa, thanks for your time today. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, and you?
I'm also doing fine. Do you want to quickly introduce yourself to our viewers?
Okay, so for the people who don't know me, I'm one of the channel's Discord and YouTube moderators, and the special thing is that I live in Marseille, so I can tell you how realistic the stations are compared to the one in-game.
So do you have ever taken a TGV train from Marseille to Avignon or Aix-En-Provence, and if so, how was the experience?
Yes, I took a TGV on the full route from Marseille to Paris when I was much younger. So unfortunately I forgot a lot about the route, but I can still remember a few things, and I enjoyed taking the TGV in first and second class.
Okay, so as you've already told me, you watched the gameplay livestream yesterday on YouTube. How accurate was that compared to what you've experienced, or what was your first impression on the route?
Indeed, I watched the TGV livestream, so it's really accurate. The TGV cabin seems really well done, and of course I haven't driven a TGV in real life, so I can't exactly compare the cabin to real life, but it still looks great.
Okay, and how accurate is the Marseille-Saint-Charles station?
It's really well made. I was impressed when I saw the spreadsheet for the first time. Unfortunately, there are no TRs and intercity, but it's LGV, so there are just TGVs on it. But the only negative thing is the walls. They look older than in real life. Even the station was built in 1896, so yeah, it's quite older anyway.
Okay, and are you going to buy the route when it's released, or would you recommend it to other people?
Sure, we buy it, but at the moment I cannot recommend it or not to other people, because I haven't tested the route yet, but since I have a positive impression of the route, I will recommend it to all of you guys.
Okay, well, that was already the last question. Thanks for this interview, Sifa. Do you want to say anything before we end this interview?
Well, I don't have much to say other than thank you for interviewing me, thanks to the viewers for watching this video, and if you have any questions you can contact me on Discord through TSW case.
Alright then, thanks for your time again. Bye.
No problem, bye.
Hey there, yes, I mean you. Have you enjoyed my video? This video took me more than a whole weekend to produce, plus I still have to do some homework, so please leave a like and subscribe to the channel to support my work without spending a single cent. And if you want to help me even a little bit more, you're welcome to become my patron, where you can support me every time I make a new video. Oh, and I obviously won't use the Patreon function every time I upload a video. I will use it only on major videos once a month, so don't worry. All links can be found in the video description. Well, that's it with this video again. Goodbye and stay healthy.